And I'm sure you're also all going, well, John, if America's so fucking perfect, why haven't they fixed school shootings? They have, and you guys bullied them out of it. They decided, you know what? This is a problem. We're going to arm the teachers. And the entire world, me included, just sat there going, you can't arm the teachers. Because as a society, we've decided that teachers are a bunch of fucking morons. What is the one phrase we use to describe teachers? What would be that one phrase? What would it be?
I mean, you picked the wrong person because I'm related to a lot of teachers.
But even how you said that, you said it like that as an insult to you. You picked the wrong person because I'm related to a lot of the fucking idiots. This is in praise of teachers. I think they're amazing. What do we say about teachers? We say those that can't do, teach. Essentially saying to the people in charge of making sure our kids know how to read, oi, dum-dum, mind the child. I have dreams that haven't been crushed, so fuck you. Teachers are overqualified to deal with firearms. They are responsible. Have you spent any time with children that are not your own? I have. I have nieces and nephews. I spent 45 minutes with the little treasures. And after 20 minutes, I went into the toilet, wrapped a jumper around my hand, and screamed cunt into it so loud it has a smell I can no longer wash out. They are teachers. They are overqualified for firearm use because you understand that in America, it takes 3 years to be a qualified teacher. In America, it can take as little as 6 months to be a police officer. And they get guns. They get guns. And I'm not sitting here criticizing police, but I know some police officers, and they are fucking dumb. My friend Bob is a cop, and he doesn't know the difference between an apple and an orange. And please do not leave this show thinking that I'm some gun-toting nutball that wants everyone to have a gun. I honestly don't. I think they're the worst invention human beings have ever... That's not true. The worst invention are eyelashes for cars. They're the second worst invention. And by the way, I'm a victim of gun crime. I don't want anyone to have guns. I think that they're awful. I think that they're terrible. I don't know why I sat down to drink water. Here's what happened with me getting a gun pulled on me. I was in Porters Lake, Nova Scotia in Canada. I was on stage. I was like a new comedian. I've been going 6 months. So I got this really killer closing bit about vaginas. Because I had seen 2 of them at the time. I was a real expert. And so how I'd go into it is I'd point at a woman and go, hey, you have a vagina. Right? You're playing the woman in this, right? Yeah, non-gender biased casting. It's 2019, you're welcome. So, and I said that to her, and then the man that she was with, played by you, miss, then stood up. You don't need to stand up, I'll do all the lines. Stood up and said, we don't talk to women in this town like that. We shoot people for talking like that. Now, he didn't say it in a fun, boo, 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 boo kind of way. He said it like, I'm gonna fucking shoot you in the face. And I said, okay. And I got off stage and I walked outside because if I'm gonna be killed, I wanna make sure it's difficult to solve. He followed me and he went to his truck to get his gun. Yeah, by the way, truck, stereotypes aren't real, but sometimes they're fucking bang on, aren't they? Like you've never heard someone say, where's my gun? Where's my Prius? I'll be right back. Went to his truck, opened the tailgate, took out a shotgun, pointed it at this knee, and said, you go tell your friends the show is over. And I said, okie dokie, artichokey. And I walked back in, I said, George, Paul, Chris, those are the other comedians, I wasn't naming some Beatles. We gotta go. That guy has a gun. He wants to shoot me. George and Paul were like, yeah, man, let's go. And then Chris said, no, we're not leaving. I was like, what, why? And he said, I'm going on stage, I'm finishing the show. And I was like, but Chris, you're the only one here who has a driver's license. Could you actually go? Do you remember the shooting I just mentioned? He went, no. The woman who's washing the dishes, she said if I make her laugh one time, she'll eat my asshole. I'm going on that stage. And he did, and I paid 80 Canadian dollars to take a cab to the next town so I wouldn't get shot in the face. Now, as traumatic as it was, knowing that there was a human being, just because of words I said, was willing to end my life, or at the very least, maim me, just because of a word I said, that's haunted me for a lot. I've had to speak to a therapist, but I've gotten over it. What has stayed with me throughout that entire experience is that there's a human being on this planet whose opening sexual salvo is, I will eat your asshole. That is not an opening gambit when it comes to bedroom fun times. That is something you work up towards. You need to save that for when your relationship is about to end. One of you raises your head from finances. You know what? We can't afford a divorce. We're eating each other's assholes from now on. And you will do it, and you go, this is a bit weird. And you might giggle, and then the other person will think, we used to laugh, and you'll get back together. This is why, by the way, all of our grandparents are never honest about what's kept them together for 65 years. We've all gone to our grandparents and asked, what's the secret to your long-lasting relationship? And they always say some bullshit like, never go to bed angry. And then you think, I've seen you guys go to bed. That looked angry. Because if your grandfather was honest with you, if you went, Pop, what's kept you with Grandma for 60 years? And they'd look like this. And he'd lean in and go, well, every Thursday, she pegs me. Fun fact, the safety word, your first name. Never gotten an applause break on that joke before. Evidently my grandfather's here. Now,